Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the 77450. I put too many fours in there. 77450 zip code. So really fast. This won't take but a few minutes. We're looking at what the homes are listing at in the last few months versus what they've actually sold for in the last few months. So you'll start to see some of these gaps here, gaps here, gaps here. There's places where they meet, but the thing that's consistent is volatility. Now, why is it like that? Why, when you as a buyer, let's say, or somebody who's considering to enter the market as a seller, say, why is that? Well, the answer is actually very simple. Anytime, notice here in October, look at this big gap, yeah? Look at these big gaps in difference, right? So remember those. So December, October, and February. When you have the availability of homes drop, 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 you're going to continue to see a big gap between the amount of homes, or I'm sorry, the price that the homes are listed at versus what they actually sell. So that's why you see in a lot of neighborhoods, specifically ones that are higher priced, that are zoned to what people consider great schools, you'll see that there will be 6 or 7 homes available. So you as a seller should say, well, that's the time to get into the market because there's not that many homes available. Those homes are already getting tons of attention. All that attention should come in my direction now because I'm going to list it and there's just not that much competition. If you look at, we looked in a previous video at 77449, because there's so many homes available compared to other parts of the Katy market, those homes sit on the market a little longer. The gap between what they list at and what they sell for is actually lower, percentage wise, because they're lower price, but also because there's other product out there. There's other homes out there, right? And some of these other zip codes, like 77449, they kind of it runs as a one area, right? So there's no real desire for people to be in one specific neighborhood in these areas. So when it comes to 77450, that's not quite true. There's a few neighborhoods that have the highest demand, right? So if you look like at the 80-20 principle, 20% of what you do gives you 80% of the results. Well, the same applies here. 20% of some of these neighborhoods are going to drive 80% of what the market is doing. So it could be like a 10-90 or a 70-30, but you get the gist. It's not a demand for every single neighborhood. It's a demand for certain neighborhoods, maybe even certain streets on certain. It could get right really down to the nuts and bolts. So what is the whole point here? The whole point here is, as we continue to see less and less homes come to market, there's going to continue to be this big gap in between what the home actually lists for and what it actually sells for. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit of the market, gives you a perspective on the 77450 zip code. We'll do a profile of the area in a little more detail in coming videos. But in the meantime, if you have questions or you need some guidance when entering the real estate market, whether as a buyer or as a seller, my information is down below. I'm your local Katy realtor, and together we can make it happen. Thank you very much.